We're in Scott County today on the farm of Cecil Bell, where some excellent pasture renovation work has been done using red clover. Cecil, you have some different treatments in this field, and it seems like you got pretty good stands with all of them, but describe those treatments for our viewers, if you would.
Okay, we've tried 3 different things. We used a machine on 2 plots, one time using a retardant on the grass, paraquat, one time not, and the 3rd time we used just a chain hair. We can kind of tell by looking that the clover that had the retardant on it is a little larger and a little more rank, I guess you might say. The clover that didn't have any paraquat on it is there, but it's just not hardly as big, and there's plenty of clover where the chain hair is too.
Now this field was grazed real close before you did any of these treatments, wasn't it?
Yes, I guess I should say that it was eaten off pretty close. It was really eaten down.
Well, that's the way to do it.
We did go ahead and use the chain hair over the whole field to scatter the manure piles.
Mm-hmm. Well, now we can see, of course, we put the paraquat on to retard the grass growth, and we can see the rows. We can see the suppression of the grass, and we also see a little bigger clover here. I think probably due to this April drought we had, don't you? This moisture was pretty limiting this year.
I think so, and by the fact that we used the paraquat may have let this have a little better chance.
Let the clover have a little more moisture. We also have J.B. Hockensmith, the Scott County agent, with us. And J.B., you have a lot of this clover seeded this year in Scott County by this method or by other methods to renovate pastures?
You know, Ken, in the last 2 or 3 years, we've done quite a bit of pasture renovation here. We had the John Deere renovating machine, which was new at that time, and cooperating with the University of Kentucky. We did probably last year about 1,000 acres, and this time I would say somewhat less. We do have a machine here now which has been purchased, and I think that farmers here have realized the importance of getting clovers into these fields to improve the pasture and also to make hay, and they really put forth a concentrated effort to improve the pastures.
I believe we've had more pastures renovated and more hay fields renovated because our seedsmen tell me that they've sold more clover and alfalfa seed this year than they ever have before. I believe people are realizing the value of these legumes and supplying nitrogen and adding quality to the feed our livestock are getting from these fields. Don't you? It seems to me it's increasing.
Yes, I think so, and I think it's going to increase more, Ken. The other thing is here that, too, with the renovation in the last 2 or 3 years, we've learned a lot of things. As you know, you're not always successful in every place or every time, and so we've learned some things from using the machine, and of course we realize that this thing does cost quite a bit of money, and you have to do it right and to get a good stand of clover, and we've had some failures, as you know, but usually when you do the things you're supposed to do, as you mentioned earlier, you're pretty apt to come up with a pretty good stand of clover.
Pasture renovation, seeding clover and alfalfa into grass fields, it'll succeed if you do it right. And we have a lot of farmers who've been doing it now for years. This is Kenneth Evans with the UK College of Agriculture reporting. Renovation seedings of clover and alfalfa have probably been made on more farms this year than ever before in Kentucky. Cecil Bell in Scott County is one farmer that's been renovating for several years, and this year he tried 3 different treatments in a field. 1 was using paraquat to suppress grass growth, 2 was seeding with a machine but using no paraquat, and 3 was chain harrowing to get the seed into the soil. This year, the April drought caused the paraquat treatment to look better. The clover is taller, it looks more vigorous, but it all looks great. We feel that this is an excellent practice for our farmers to use to increase the nitrogen in their feed system, to also increase the quality of their feed, and get better livestock production. We see better gains on animals everywhere over the world where we're using legumes such as red clover, white clover, and alfalfa as a part of the feed system. This is Kenneth Evans with the UK College of Agriculture reporting.